give me a division in the AFC. We're only doing AFC today. Tomorrow we're doing NFC. So
let's start off
AFC West, AFC East, AFC North, or AFC South. Where do you want me to start
I want to end with a climax. So let's start with the weakest conference probably right now. I would say is my conference, the AFC South.
All right, let's pull it up. Let's pull up the AFC South.
The dagger in my heart. 11-6, the Jags. 8-9, the Texans. 10-7, Tennessee, and 7-10, my coach. You got us in last place in the AFC South, the weakest conference probably in the league.
I mean, I said this before. I'm not going to be hypocritical. I think I said they would finish last. Now, what I did change up, though, contrary to our belief a couple weeks ago, I moved Tennessee up. Remember, I had Texans second.
Yep, you did. I remember that.
Put the Texans at third. I think they got to win. New coach. They got to learn how to win and become a program. So, having said that, Vrabel knows how to win. I do like the Hopkins addition. Tannehill with the number one wideout has actually been pretty good, contrary to belief. If DeAndre Hopkins, who likes Vrabel a lot, has a rejuvenized energy about himself, similar to what Aaron Rodgers has in New York, then I do like the Titans competing with the Jags. And I'm going to give them that slight edge over the Texans, who I think are the up-and-coming crew in that division. But I do think it's the Jags division. That's where I'm at.
All right, I'm going to take my coach goggles off. I'm not mad about the Jags being number one, Tennessee number two. I just think you got to put – I wish you would have had my Colts at 8-9 and the Texans at 7-10.
I don't know where the Colts are going to get 8 wins from. I'm looking at the I want to look at this real quick. Here's the reason why I say that. Jonathan scares me. I don't know. Every big-time running back that comes back from an injury with a team that
he's mad, too. Real quick, I don't know if you saw Jim Irsay came out, put a tweet out yesterday about the CBA and running back shouldn't be, like, complaining. And then his agent, Jonathan's agent, responded to that and said something. Because obviously, like, the timing of this, knowing that Taylor's contract is going to be up here, I think, at the end of the season, it's just like it's not looking good, like from our coach. I mean, I love Jonathan Taylor as a coach fan. So you make a good point, man. I don't know what type of Taylor we're going to get.
Here's who they got. They got. So let's get out of the preseason and get to the season, right? They got the Jags out the gate.
Yeah, and we never played good against the Jags, even when we were like at our peak. For whatever reason, we just don't play against the Jags.
Find me 8 wins. All right, here. I had a problem finding 7 wins, and this should be a 2-hour conversation. We only have 20 minutes. We're going to break it down more next week, but we're going to get the AFC schedule predictions down, the record, and then tomorrow the NFC, and then next week, leading up to the season, each week, Smitty and I will break down their schedules and why they should get these records from. We'll pull these records back up and we'll show you these are the wins. On the Colts perspective, since Smitty loves them so dearly, we'll take some time out here on the Colts. Here the thing is, you start off with the Jags, loss. You go to the Texans, might get lost. Then you got the Ravens, who Smitty thinks is the greatest thing going, lost. Then you got the Rams. We don't know anything about the Rams. So we don't know where it's going to happen. Is Stafford and Kupp back healthy? I would say if so. And they're Aaron Donald, you're probably going to lose. Then you got the Titans. Homie.
Win.
And then,
you're going to win that one.
To the Jags again.
The Jags are not going to beat us every time we play them, JB. The Jags are not going to beat us every time we play them.
It's not only that, it's your front-loaded in your own division. It's all divisional games. Like the Jags twice, the Texans, and the Titans, all in the first 5-6 weeks. So then you got to go to the Browns. And then you got the Saints, the Panthers, the Patriots,
win.
Buccaneers,
Let's
the
4-game win streak.
Then the Bengals, then the Steelers, the Falcons, the Raiders, and the Texans to end it. I don't even see 7 wins, dog.
I just heard a 5-game win streak in there. I just heard a 5-game win streak. You said the Saints win, Panthers win, Patriots win, Buccaneers with Baker Mayfield or Kyle Trask win, and then the Titans win. The Titans not gonna beat us both. The Titans might win the first game. We're gonna win the next game. They're not gonna beat us both times. We play pretty good.
That's a tough one. That's a
5-game win streak right there.
Yeah, that's tough 8 games. I'm just telling you.
Let's Let's see it though. I'm not mad about it.
Right, so the Texans, on the other hand, this is where I get 8 wins from, so everybody knows my validity here. They start off with the Ravens, probably lose, right? Colts, let's say they beat the Colts unto our prediction. Then they start off, then they got to go to the Jags. So they got a gauntlet to start off too. So maybe I see them 1-2 right there. Maybe they still won. I don't know. All right. Steelers, I think they can shock the Steelers. Falcons, I think they can beat the Falcons, even though I think the Falcons are on the up climb. Then I got Saints. I think they can beat them. Panthers, I think they can beat them. Buccaneers, I think they can beat them. Then they got the Bengals, and then they got the Cardinals. I think they're going to beat the Cardinals. See, they have some teams on here that the Colts don't have, like the Cardinals, like you both share the Bucks, but they got the Cardinals, which is an extra win. They got the Falcons, you both share, and then the Saints. So there's some common opponents in there. But the Texans also have the Jets. So
we'll see.
I see 8 wins.
Let's move on. Let's go on. Let's go to this AFC South. Let's go to the AFC West. Can we do the AFC West? Oh shoot, he's laughing already. Godly. Uh-oh.
What you laughing about, homie?
Because you know Chiefs Kingdom, when they see this, Ethan, can you please clip this off? This is at 8:45 a.m., 2 minutes 45 seconds or minutes into the show. Please clip this off as soon as possible. I appreciate you, Ethan. They are going to be pissed when they see this. You got the Chiefs in 3rd place in the division. So, like, are the Chiefs going to make the playoffs? Are they going to be a wild card?
Probably.
It's hard to get 3 teams, all in the division into the playoffs. We've seen it in the NFC East last year, but it's hard
to get it in. This is the division, if so happens.
Right.
This is the division that.
But by saying this, though, you're saying that they're going to be a fringe playoff team, which means they could miss. Is what you're basically saying by doing it.
Yeah. I think all 3 of those teams. Let's just say the Chiefs end up in 1st place, and this rotates. All 3 teams can be on the fringe or missing. So here's the thing. I think the Chiefs, Chargers have the best roster. I think the Broncos are followed up tightly right behind them with the additions in the offseason. There's no way Russell Wilson's the same Russell Wilson as he was last year. I think I'd see a big improvement. And this is the Chargers' year to shit or get out the pot. So that's why I'm taking a shot at them.
I like that, actually. I like that.
Roster-wise, they're head and shoulders above the rest. I'm just telling you straight out. Now, the Chiefs have the lore of winning it, but it's harder, and everyone's coming after you harder every single year, which all the naysayers out here think automatically, the Chiefs are going to go 14-3. No, it doesn't work that way. And Chris Jones now has been in the limelight as possibly not coming back. That's 2 or 3 losses right there. Stop fucking playing. And if you want to really break it down even more, how is the O-line going to be different? I like the 2 tackle additions, but inside, I'm not sold on the Chiefs' offensive line. And defensively, it reminds me of 2 years ago when they struggled during the regular season, got in, made a run, Bengals beat them. This is that roster similarity, and it's always hard after a championship run. So I see them having this type of hiccup year. 10-7 still is a possible playoff team, but I don't want to hear 14-3. If they do, I'll eat crow. But if they don't, eat a dick.
And Mike drop on that one, man. We shall see. You make a good point, though, even comparing to basketball. The Warriors had won the championship with last season, and then they came back this year, and they were made the playoff, but they were a 6th seed. So, like, just because you won a championship the year before doesn't automatically mean you're about to come in and just keep the ball rolling. It's hard to do. It's hard to repeat. It's hard to maintain that greatness. And it's hard to keep all the players motivated as well.
We talked to Blake Borovitz. I know Blake's a good dude, by the way. His whole family in Independence, Kansas City fan. Let's be clear here. Do you realize that Patrick Mahomes has yet to play a road playoff game? Have we ever discovered the fact that the Chiefs have benefited solely from being at home. Now, listen, it's a double-edged sword. Well, JB, it's not our fault we're the number one every year. No doubt. Kudos to you. But it's also a flip side. Have we seen him on the road yet? No. And I got to be honest. Let's just keep it real. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about all the shit you all talk about. Projections and hypotheticals and what ifs. I would love to bring up the discussion of this whole Patrick Mahomes thing if he were drafted by, let's say, the Bears, let's say the Colts. Is Patrick Mahomes who you think he is? I just want to ask that question. Y'all talk shit about all these other guys. I would love to talk about if Patrick Mahomes was drafted by the fucking Bears. But anyway, we're not going to go into that. Let's get into another division.
Let's go. All right, so let's go. I'm trying to see which one I want to save last because these next two are the heavy hit. We got the AFC North, we got the AFC East. Which one would cause the most controversy? You know what? I'm gonna go AFC East next. Let's go AFC East next, and we can end on the North.
Whew.
This is a tough one right here. Oh, we got the Bills in third. Well, they're tied, but they're in third place, which means Dolphins got the tiebreaker. Ooh. Oh man, this is tough. So this means when I look at this, you think Aaron Rodgers and the Jets are gonna just hit the ball, just come out the gate, just rolling. They're out the gate, no warm up, nothing, no type of like no phase of this.
Jets. I think the Jets have the hardest or top 3 or 4 hardest schedules in football.
Their schedule. Look at their first 5 games, JB.
All right, they got the Bills, the Cowboys, the Patriots, the Chiefs, the Broncos, the Eagles.
Oh my God. That right there is going to determine a lot. I think they'll go like 3-3, and everyone's gonna be like, "Oh my God, the Jets are not." And then they'll get on a little streak. They'll get in the groove, and they'll get rolling. But they could go 1-5 or 2 like it's not. Those are some good ass teams right there. They could easily go 1-5 because they're a brand new team figuring things out. I know they look great on paper, but you still got to figure things out as a new team, new situation. So that's why I'm like, man, I see the Jets being more like that 10-7 team. Not because I don't think that they have the ability to be great. It's because again, it's new and they have to figure it out.
I think Blake Borovitz, he's an actual level-headed Kansas City Chiefs fan. Okay. Mahomes is not 33-9 on the road in the playoffs, my friendly sir. That's what I'm discussing. You have yet to see Mahomes in the playoffs on the road. I understand their team is good on the road. I said playoffs. Y'all pulling up fucking preseason stats and shit. Come on, man. All right, I like the Jets, Big Smitty. I think they this is who they are. Like, I'm not going to pick them as the best roster in football, and then they go 10-7, right? Like,
I feel you. That's true.
I got to pick them to be that team.
Now, Dolphins. So if you got Dolphins number 2, that means you think Tua is going to stay healthy then.
Well, I got Buffalo at 2, but they're both tied. But I got Buffalo winning out in the tiebreaker at 2.
Oh, you got Buffalo at 2. I'm sorry, I must have misread. Okay, I thought it went left to right, down. Okay, got you.
No, it goes top, bottom, right. Let me make sure that's right. Yeah. See?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. My fault. That's on me.
So the Jets 12-5, Buffalo. So yeah, Tua. I actually have them at 10-7 because Tua, something's going to happen later on because I think Miami could be the 12-5 team.
Yeah, they have. If he's healthy, they win when he's healthy, and they're loaded. They added Jalen Ramsey on the defensive side. I think if Tua's healthy, yeah, they're 12. They're like a 12-5 squad. But the problem, and again, we never wish injury on nobody. Of course, that's not what we're doing. We're just saying like you got to look at the habits. And I mean, hopefully, I hope I'm wrong. I hope to God I'm wrong.
I love the fact that people bring up this whole 5th ranked schedule, 2nd hardest schedule. It's the fucking NFL, dog. Like, let's be honest. This is the NFL. I'm looking at everyone's schedule, and I'm like, oh, I forgot another NFL team they play next week.
Right.
Not fucking, you guys act like it's college. We're playing Appalachian State, which actually beat A&M last year. That's what I'm telling you. Everybody's starting to become level, even. It's like it's coming to a fold here. It's a full-on even playing field. In the NFL, last time I checked, We got paid on the 1st and 15th. We put our pants on the same one leg at a time. And it's a performance-based business. So I don't know what you guys think about this 1st and 2nd and 4th ranked schedules. They have to play each other, and it is what it is. The NFL stands for not for long.
Hey, the Colts beat the Chiefs last year. You know what I mean? So, like, you just never – it's NFL. You never know. So, real quick before we move on to our AFC North, though, I am a little bit surprised, actually, that you have the Patriots in last place. I thought you were going to come here and, like, surprise me.
I do like them. And, nobody's going to predict all these fucking things correctly. So
right. You
got to look at it when you predict things professionally. You look at it and you're like, look, this Bengals 9-8 is actually could be a 10-7. They could be 11-6. I don't know. I mean, but this is a gauntlet division. They're all going to knock each other out. They're all going to knock each other off, and then they got to still go play other NFL teams. So there's going to be something here is going to give. Patriots, maybe they shock folks. I think Patriots are going to be better than people think. So,
but listen, if they go 9-8 though, and this is a whole separate conversation, maybe we can talk about this a little bit tomorrow. Like, I know how Bill Belichick's the legend. I don't think you can just like let him go, but I do feel like it's gonna be some like fans in New England just kind of like uncomfortably looking around, and it's gonna be some pressure. It's gonna be a little bit of a hot seat because like you go from winning 6 championships to making the playoffs one year with Mac Jones and then missing it again. And it's, at some point, it's like, all right, Bill, we understand your history, but
the AFC is top to bottom front loaded.
Yeah.
Like the AFC is loaded compared to the NFC as far as the best teams.
1,000%.
So like, this is not going to be easy.
We gonna see, man. And speaking of AFC, we got one more left. The AFC North. I'm excited to see this. You kind of teased it before we went on a break, but I didn't see it clearly. Put the AFC North up here, JB, man. I think I'm ready to argue. Oh, man, my heart. This man got 13-4 with the Bengals. Cool. I'm cool with that. I'm gonna pull their schedule to make sure I'm super cool with that because schedules do matter. So but just off the top of the head, I know how great the Bengals can be. So I'm not going to be shocked they are 13-4. Let me see. They got Browns to open up. That's a win. They got the Ravens. That can go either way. Rams. I think Bengals, but it just kind of depends. Like you said, Rams is that weird team this year. Not the sidetrack, but Rams is a weird team where it's like Stafford healthy, Cup healthy. I can see them pulling off some wins, but overall the Rams are not the same. So Bengals should win that. Titans, they should win that one. Cardinals win. Seahawks, tough game. Could lose, but they're in Cincy. Bengals probably should win that. 49ers, really, that's going to be game of the year. They're going to lose that one. Bills, they're going to they got the Bills at home. That can go either way.
Yeah, they dominate the Bills, dog, the last 3 years.
Yeah, they'll win that. They'll win that. They're at home too. They got the Texans win. Ravens again. So listen, I think if they beat the Ravens the first time, they're going to lose the second time. The Ravens play the Bengals. The Ravens
actually have a better record. I think Lamar owns Burrow, kind of.
Yeah, it's weird. The Ravens do really, really well against the Bengals for whatever reason. So yeah. I think they'll split. You got Steelers. Steelers, you never know. Like they're gonna be prepared every single week. And the thing is, JB, you know this. Every year there's going to be a game that we just knew the Bengals were going to win and they lose because it's football. Like you just alluded to, it's football. One of these teams are going to upset you one week. It's not going to be your day. So one of these they're probably going to be wrong. You got the Vikings there. Should win that. They're at home. Yeah, you might be right. 13-4 is looking about right. I'm not seeing a lot of L's on here, but 9-8 for Lamar Jackson's Ravens. That's where I'll draw the line, JB. That's where I draw the line. You can't get my man double-digit wins. If you say 9-8, to me, that's telling. If you say 9-8, the only reasonable answer or reason why I would give you is if you think Lamar will probably get hurt for a long period of time. Other than that, if you expect Lamar to be available for pretty much majority of the season, they're winning at least 11 games. They're getting double digits. Lamar is a winner. That's all. No matter how we feel about him, he's a winner. The same way we look at like a Jimmy G and say he wins. Jimmy G's win games. Lamar wins games.
I got a different approach. I only think they win 9 games because of who their head coach is.
Oh, so you're not a fan of Harbaugh.
I am. That's why I think they win 9 games. I think he's that good of a coach.
Oh, hold on. So you saying, hold on, time out. What the hell? So you're saying they should really win 7 games, but because Harbaugh's there, they're gonna win 9? You clowning right now, JB. The disrespect for the unanimous MVP.
Who can't throw, who's going into a passing system and spread offense with Monken, and you're expecting them to be better. I think the Ravens start off like banshees. I think they start off good. And then I think the Ravens falter at the end of the day when they realize they can't throw the ball. So that's my opinion.